And welcome to week number 8 of the MEA NASCAR Cup Series. I'm SSR Mayhem, and alongside me, my partner, SSR F&G, bring you tonight's live action here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I believe it's Indianapolis International Speedway. Tonight features the B Lobby, as we'll be featuring them here tonight. F&G, welcome to the commentary booth, and what are you expecting here tonight?
Oh, I got some pretty good hopes for this race. B Lobby's always been very close, competitive, and fairly clean racing, so shouldn't see too many cautions out there.
And right you are, the B Lobby has been nothing but thrills and spills throughout the season. I think tonight's going to be a really interesting race. We have one of the normal A Lobby drivers dropping down here tonight, actually qualified down here tonight. The SSR Sloth Reflex did not have a very good qualifying run, actually starting mid-pack in the B here tonight. Not too happy with his time, but I found the time as the week progressed, so we'll see what he can do here tonight. The quick time of winner early on in the season from the B Lobby back at Daytona, F1 Ben from PXM. Back in action here tonight as he started on the pole. Out of all the drivers that you see in the field right now, we got PPS Lucky, Sloth Reflex, Sleepy, Twisted, Eric Speed, and a few others. Who sticks out to you most here tonight?
I think tonight I'm going to keep my eye on the Andrew. Yeah, I've seen a couple races that he's got the pace to keep up with them.
And, you know, I'm going to keep a good eye on last week's winner from the B Lobby, which was Andrew, PXM Andrew. He had one heck of a show last week. Went from the front to the back, charged his way up through the field, had crazy battles, and ended up winning significantly near the end of the race. I would keep an eye on him here tonight. He had a good run here last time around, and actually the last time around I won here in the B Lobby, and I'm in the A Lobby tonight. But you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. PPS Lucky, who was really fast the last time around, I'd like to keep a good eye on him here tonight. He's really quick around here. Once he gets his momentum going, he's going to be hard to beat. But other than that, it seems to be a pretty good night of racing. We're going to go check out how the lobby's looking. Right now, 7 drivers currently in their practice session, getting ready to go. And we're going to be getting them ready to go here momentarily. It looks like 11 drivers. No, I'm sorry. 9 drivers are here. I thought there was 10. Maybe somebody hasn't shown up yet. Looks like... I'm not sure who's not here. Good question. Oh, there he is right there. So there is 10 drivers here tonight, so that's great. You know, the numbers have gotten progressively bigger the last few weeks. I know about midway through the season, the numbers dropped for the B, but nonetheless, great. All right, so we're going to start inviting the drivers on over. Getting them ready to rock and roll. So we'll start pulling them in. Hopefully we get one into this side. We can pull the rest in as they will follow. So hopefully that'll make it a little easier for me to pull them in. I was glad to have you back, F&G. We know last week you were out of action with some family events, so it's always nice to have you back on board, and also tonight in the commentary booth. So we're glad to have you back here once again with us. So thank you for joining us here tonight.
Yeah, it's always a good showing when this goes on. I try to make it as much as I can.
And we're glad to have you. And if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, SSRF&G 96 is our tech guy. He's the guy that does all the little details on the live stream and make things happen for us to show you guys these races, and not only show you these races, but to put them on YouTube and have a place to go back to. You know, some of these drivers like to always go back to seeing how their race went, and without F&G here, it wouldn't really be possible right now because he does all the heavy lifting when it comes to that. If you haven't noticed, we got a new screen for you this week. You see down the bottom point of the screen is the point standings, the current point standings from after last week's race at Homestead. In the top right corner, we now have our logo. We'll be taking, we'll be molding it on and off as the the season ends, but this is what we're going to look forward to as 2019 appears for MEA. And we're going to improve to making the screen better and more enjoyable for you guys to watch and to offer more. So thank you, F&G, for all the hard work you put into doing that.
Oh, definitely. I like having it look nice, and if I do something, I'm gonna do it to the best of my abilities. I just appreciate if everybody likes it too.
And I'm sure we all enjoy it.
To get good for good positive outlook on it. New year, new look. Hopefully we can keep it nice.
And like we said, we're going to look to improve it as the year goes on, hopefully bigger and better. And not only that, give F&G a little bit of a break. He's worked really hard on it, and we know that you got a really big life, schedule outside us with the new baby and a lot of work at home. So we really appreciate the time that you can put in to making this possible. So thank you once again for that. And as we prepare, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the drivers are now coming into the picture. We'll get everything ready to rock and roll here momentarily. I'm really excited about this B lobby race here tonight. Obviously got a lot of familiar faces. Got some unfamiliar faces. People who might be driving up one more lobby, but have, due to the qualifying, could not get there. And it's going to be really interesting to watch F&G. I think this is going to be a mixture of a lot of different speeds, but it seems like a lot of people got faster since the last time we were here.
Yeah, the slower guys might actually be able to pick up a little, like how the faster guys are running this race, so they might be able to keep up with them after all. Just because you qualify fast doesn't mean you're going to be fast in the race.
We always say there's a difference between a good hot lapper and a guy that can race through the field. So we're going to get the race lobby set up and ready to go here, starting on the pole position tonight in, I forget what number he is, so we'll have to find out momentarily. I think it's 23, BF1 Ben 23. PXM right behind him, Hatch Club number 9 machine. So Hatch Club looking to get another win in here this season. Eric Speed starting in the 3rd position now. He's heading on and off between A and B lobby this season. Right behind him, PPS Lucky. Lucky's been a threat all season long. We'll look forward to see what he can pull off here tonight. Right behind Lucky is ACAR Nyko. Nyko, the number 12 machine. Right behind him would be PXM Twisted. Right behind him would be Nick T, but he's not here tonight, so Sloth Reflex will go right behind Twisted. Right behind him will be PXM Andrew. After Andrew will be SM Sleepy. And then rounding out the field will be Chevy Boy. It looks like they're all ready to go. And I just got confirmation from the race marshal, which is Nyko, that they are all prepared and ready to go to battle. 74 laps of action here tonight for the commentators, which F&G and I will get our spectate mode on and ready to rock and roll. And this should be a good race. We're actually starting right on the dot here tonight. Exactly 6 o'clock as of right now, so that's good to see. We've been pretty close the last few weeks on it, but it just seems to be, we always have some little problems, but nonetheless, we should be okay here tonight. And it looks like all the drivers...
It's always hard getting a big group of people together at the same exact time.
Oh yeah, but they're pretty good at doing this. We only have a few drivers that make it here tonight out of the whole entire field. And once again, starting on the pool, F1 Ben 23. Could he go for a second win in the B lobby this season? He pulled one off from week number 1 at Daytona. Can he do it again here tonight? We'll find out. 2 weeks remaining in the MEA NASCAR Cup Series, and it's been nothing but a ride all season long, F&G. And as the weeks count down, it's starting to be a little bit sad as the season comes to an end.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be turn up to be a close battle.
All right.
There's only a few points separating some of these guys.
Starting on the post position, number 78. He is the Phoenix Motorsports driver in the number 78 Ford machine. That would beat F1 Ben 23. Starting alongside him in the number 9 machine is Hatch Club. He's had a couple of really interesting weeks. Can he pull off maybe an upset here tonight? Ben was pretty fast. Right behind him is the number 69A of Eric Speed. Right behind, next to him will be PPS Lucky. Following him will be ACR Nyko. Alongside Nyko will be PXM Twisted. Right behind them, SSR Sloth Reflex, not happy with the qualifying spots here tonight, as he didn't get a good run, but nonetheless, he's here with us tonight with a brand new paint scheme on the car. Right next to him, SM Sleepy in the number 42 machine, alongside Sleepy B, PXM, Andrew. Actually, I believe Andrew's actually in front of Sleepy, just where they are sitting now. And rounding out the field in the 10th position, number 36, KOTS, Chevy Boy 36. And yes, I made that dramatic. So nonetheless, I'm going to start the race off. I think I'm going to start with M&R Eric Speed. I think we're going to get a good view of him start the race. He's a guy that's been on and off this season in the A and the B lobby. I think he might also be a driver to watch here tonight. Who's your pick here tonight, FNG?
Oof, that's a close one. I'm thinking of going with Sloth, but Andrew's also my other one to look forward to.
All right, well, I would say the same, but I'm going to keep an eye on that guy starting on the pool. Number 78, F1 Ben. We don't know, we haven't seen him in a few weeks, so can he do what he did in week number 1? Here we go, green flag! And they're off. And look at that, 2-3 wide. Sloth Reflex not really getting a good jump off the line. So he'll tail all the way back to 10th at the start here. Here they go into turn number 1 now. F1 Ben on the inside of Hatch Club. Side by side, Hatch Club getting the better run off of turn number 1 as they go into 2. Look at this, 2 wides from 1 through 4. Eric Speed tapping Lucky on the inside. Lucky to the outside now. ACR Nyko and, oh, it looks like Twisted also side by side. 3 wide! Sloth somewhere down into the apron. Not sure what's going on back there. And Sloth has creeped his way up to about the 7th position. And yes, the 7th position. And look at this, Eric Speed Twisted up to the wall now. And they're still going 2 wide at this line. Here they come off of turn number 4. Hatch Club will be your first leader in this race as he leads lap number 1 in FNG so far in this race. What have you seen?
It's definitely shaping up to be a good race like always. They got a lot of 2-3 wides going into the first lap, but it looks like they're all spacing out a little bit, trying to get that draft off of each other.
And right now, riding on with PPS Lucky in the 3rd position right now. He's right behind Ben and Hatch Club. Eric Speed following, then ACR Nyko. Andrew all the way back in the 10th right now. Not sure what happened to him. Eric Speed's getting a pretty good run off of 4.
Yeah, I wonder if Eric Speed and Lucky are going to team up and try to catch up with those leaders, or they're going to try passing them.
Right now, F1 Ben all over the back bumper of Hatch Club. Looks like he got a little bit nudge off the wall. They're coming into 2. And now Lucky all over the back bumper of Ben. But right behind them, Eric Speed, ACR Nyko, not too far off in the distance. PXM Twisted, also right there in the mix as well. And there we go, the battle for second side by side going into 3 and 4. Here they go, Lucky to the outside, Ben to the inside. Ben not getting the run he wants to see. Eric Speed looking to the outside, Ben. Now Eric Speed, as he goes to the outside, takes over the 3rd position from F1 Ben. That's Ben losing 2 positions now on those turns, and that is a critical part of the racetrack, FNG. I'm practicing it myself this week, but look at the run on Lucky. He's got a huge run off of 4, and he's right on the back bumper of Hatch Club. And look at that, Ben back to the inside of Eric Speed. Lucky looking to the outside of Hatch Club. I don't know where to watch right now. They got 2 different battles going on. Eric Speed holding on to the 3rd position though, and here comes PPS Lucky to the inside. And here we go, side by side down the back straightaway. Lucky going for the lead here early on, lap number 5. And here he comes. Can he hold on to the inside? Hatch Club's gonna have to hang on tight. Look at this, he's creeping up the racetrack. They touch, and Lucky loses a little bit of momentum, but Hatch Club has to come down a little bit. You get up too high in the 4, you'll lose the car.
Oh, Twisted's going a little loose. Yep, Twisted's around.
And it looks like the first caution of the race. PXM Twisted spinning out in turn number 4. Not sure what happened there. FNG, it sounds like you were able to see what happened.
Yeah, he just got in a little bit with Nako. They went into turn number 3 and they touched a little, and he just couldn't keep it together and looked like he kind of sim twitched a little.
Just like that, we have our first caution of the day. PXM Twisted spinning out in lap number 5. And so now the field will get back together. Here we pull up the race map. You see where Twisted is right there. He's now entering turns 1 and 2. And while we get prepared, we're going to see how the field's been shaking up so far. And as the battles come to a close here so far in this race, Hatch Club's currently race leader. Right behind him, PBS Lucky, 3rd position. Eric Speed, 4th. F1 Ben, 5th. ACR Nyko. Sloth Reflex, after a really rough start, battling his way up to the 6th spot now. 7th, the SM Sleepy. 8th, the KOTS Chevy Boy. 9th, Andrew. And he's been struggling so far in this race, not like the last time he was here. And rounding out the top 10, be PXM Twisted. And once again, if you're just tuning in, this is week number 8 of the MEA NASCAR Cup Series. I'm SSR Mayhem, and alongside me, my partner, SSR FNG 96. If you are watching through the mixer, you are more than welcome to comment down in the comment section. And if you're on YouTube, also comment down in the comment section there as well. We got our comment section chat boxes up here, and we'd be glad to talk to you. So far, FNG, from what we've seen in that race, or early in this race, it seems like PBS Lucky might have the strongest car in the field right now, but we haven't seen a whole lot of everyone else yet, but right now I'd say Lucky's the one to beat.
Yeah, Lucky's definitely showing that he's got the pace, and let's just see if he can keep that pace throughout the whole race or not.
And in pit road right now, F1 Ben 23 to make his first pit stop of the day. So, not sure what kind of strategy he's got going on there. It's kind of early on to make a pit stop, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't know if he's just going for a 3-stop, or he just figured we're under caution, and what's the worst that could happen? I see he's trying to warm his tires up again. That's another thing you gotta look at, is when you go and pit that early, now you gotta re-warm up all your tires.
Alright, so it looks like they're ready to go. Back to green flag racing.
Should be interesting having the 3 Phoenix Motorsport drivers by each other. Are they going to try drafting together and pushing through the field, or what are their intentions?
Well, we'll find out here momentarily, but we're about to go back green flag racing here. We're going to start with Sloth Reflex on the side. He's currently in the 5th spot, had a rough start on the beginning of the race. So we'll see what Sloth can do on this next restart now. And here we go. Green flag. And whoa, I think that's Andrew that got a really, really big jump at the line. Not sure what caused that.
Yeah, he definitely probably gained. Yeah, he's the one that gained the most out of this restart for sure.
And somebody looks like there's, oh, the field caught themselves.
Yeah, I don't know who that was in the background. Yeah, I saw what you're talking about, that there was smoke in turn 1.
I wonder if the inside group just didn't get a good jump or what. Andrew got a huge jump though in the start of that race, and right now the battle for 4th between SM Sleepy and Sloth's currently going on. So, according to the race marshal, it looks like nothing was wrong on the start line, so I guess they're good to go. And we're going back up to the lead right now between Hatch Club, Lucky, and Andrew. 1, 2, and 3, bumper to bumper to bumper. Look at this, to the inside, Lucky, nothing there. Hatch Club has to guard down. Last week's winner, PXM Andrew in the B lobby. Could he pull off another win here tonight?
See where all the battles are going on right now. There's so many to watch that it's hard to know which ones to look at.
Right now I'm on the lead pack, and the battle for first is between 3 different drivers right now, still between Hatch Club. Lucky tapped the wall right there. Right behind him, PXM Andrew. F1 Ben now up to the 6th spot. He's looking to take over the 5th position from Sloth Reflex, who's currently, oh, they got a big draft. Look at that. F1 Ben just got right up to the back bumper of Sloth and gave him a huge push down the back straightaway.
Yeah, early on this race tonight, you might be better off just drafting with the people instead of trying to pass them.
Ooh, and Sloth
Definitely when you're in the back of the pack.
So Sloth nips the wall and now lost 2 positions. Now loses 3 positions. And now loses 4 positions. So Sloth, just because of hitting the wall off of 4, loses 4 positions. And, you know, this is, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. Actually, last week, AMR Blackout and I were commentating, and, you know, we discussed the differences between the circuits and the ovals. And, you know, in a circuit, you got kind of gappage, you know, between drivers. You're not really close, you know, in close proximity to one another, and because of the way that, you know, there's so many different movements into the track, certain turns, you know, it kind of pans out. So when you make a slight mistake, it's not too dramatic. You don't lose too much time. But in an oval, you lose a couple of, you know, you hit the wall once or twice, you lose about 10, 20, 15 miles per hour. That's a huge factor compared to circuits.
Yeah, you were definitely bumper to bumper all the way around the track. So when you lose, like you said, 10, 15 miles per hour, you're losing 4 or 5 positions sometimes.
Look at this, the battle for the lead. Lucky and Hatch Club. Lucky was all over the back bumper of Hatch right there.
I wonder if he's doing the patient, or is he going to try making something stick?
I'm sure there's some pitch strategies going on between the drivers right now, and Hatch Club getting not the best. Look at this exit off of the turn. Lucky got a huge run off of 4, and it's right there. Look at this, going for the outside. And he hold it. He's got it. And your new leader, lap number 13, PPS Lucky, the new race leader on the racetrack. What a pass by PPS Lucky, and just to hold on to that, looked like he almost went a little too wide there. And we got a driver way off pace. It'd be KOTS Chevy Boy in the back. Not sure what happened to him. He's way back there right now. And as we move up
that's
the
one
field,
bad thing about getting off.
Oh yeah,
when you get off the pace just a little bit.
Right now we're riding with 5th place driver M&R Eric Speed, as he has found his way back up to the 5th position. Right behind him, ACR Nyko, who didn't have the best restart and now found his way up to the 6th position. Right behind him, it looks like Sloth Reflex as well is right there again after a rough restart. And Ben losing some ground as well. And Eric Speed now getting away from Nyko there in the battle right behind him. ACR Nyko, Sloth, and F1 Ben. Sloth looking to make some moves here possibly. And Nyko goes too deep. Can Sloth rebound from that? Sloth goes to the inside. He looks, he backs off. Ben's looking to get in there too. And look at that. Ooh, Nyko clips the glass, and oh my gosh, there he goes underneath him. So Sloth gaining some ground, and I believe Ben will follow. And he does. So look at that. And that just shows you how critical just barely tapping the wall can be here.
Yeah, you don't have to touch it very hard, and you're losing 1-2 positions when you're in a battle like that. I don't even think there's any sparks from him tapping that wall. That's how lightly he touched it.
And Ben's still working on Sloth. Ben's been all over Sloth since the last restart.
Yeah, he's definitely hungry, that's for sure. We lost a little momentum out of the last 2 corners.
Eric Speed with the fastest time on the track. Ooh, but just took it back at PPS Lucky, not the quickest time on the racetrack. And look at this, Sloth trying to get Ben out of his draft.
Ooh, tapped the wall a little bit on that corner, on the in between 1 and 2. Ben was able to catch up and kind of show Sloth that he's still there.
And Ben is just working all over him right now.
Look up in the front of the field, see how
Ben,
the battles are shaping up here.
Ben hits the wall off of 4 and loses all sorts of momentum.
Well, Eric's speed's starting to look like he wants to get around Sleepy. Getting close.
And Eric's speed. We're keeping our eyes on him because he's been pretty quick here so far today, but restarts haven't been his friend so far. Sleepy just pretty much hanging in there tight.
Yeah, right as I said that he was about to pass him, he goes and he tapped that wall in. Just shows you how much distance you lose just by tapping the wall.
Oh, here's a big run by Hatch Club. Lucky made a mistake. And look at this, to the inside. Hatch Club. Lucky can't hang on. Hatch Club, your new race leader, lap number 18.
Yeah, I definitely feel these two are going to be going back and forth.
And right behind them, PXM Andrew just pretty much looking on.
Yeah, at this moment, you wonder if it'd be better for Lucky just to get behind Hatch Club and try to get a little distance between them and Andrew. Because if they keep on battling like this too much longer, Andrew's going to be up there and it's going to be a three-way battle for first.
Ooh, Lucky's looking to take a move. Just not enough real estate.
I think everybody's kind of getting in their grooves and figuring out who they're going to be drafting with and see if they can catch up with those leaders again.
Look at that. The mistakes are starting to add up. This is pretty much anybody's race right now. And ooh, we missed a battle. Eric Speed getting around Sleepy for the 4th position. But look at this, Sloth reflex all the way up to 5th, and look at him, he's hunting these two down now. Oh, and there's Tap, Sleepy to the inside. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
And a big, and it's, oh man, in an accident on the track between SM Sleepy and M&R Eric Speed. So that should bring out the caution. And it does. So just like that, the caution will come out. This is our 3rd caution of the day. At lap number 21. It looked like Sleepy just got a little too excited there, and just like that, pretty much will bring the field back together.
Yeah, sometimes forcing it just doesn't turn out the best.
And just like that, Sloth now gets to move up next to Andrew, Lucky, and Hatch Club. We'll actually get, depending on what happens here, the pit road should open up this time around. Chevy Boy currently catching up to the field.
See how's the fuel looking on everybody. There's definitely one thing that you gotta look into on this.
Lucky has 2% fuel more than Andrew, and Hatch Club is eating up fuel right now.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on with Hash Club right now. He's down
And,
at way.
and it looks like everybody's going to make a pit stop here.
Nope, F1.
Well, Ben pitted earlier, so that makes sense why he's staying out. But if I was Ben, now if I was Ben personally, I would have made the pit stop with everybody because now he's on a different pit strategy that, you know, it might work out. We don't know. But if this race goes green and checkered, these guys are all going to be pretty much on the same terms. And look at this Forza glitch. Eric Speed, look at this, look at this. It looks like a tow truck. Oh, that was funny. Oh, man.
Andrew was almost
with the caution out.
Lucky.
With the caution out, SM Sleepy and Eric Speed should drop to the tail end of the field because they were the accident. Therefore, ACR, Nyko, Twisted, and Chevy Boy would be in front of them. So, not sure. That's what I'm assuming it should happen. But maybe they're just
I really don't know what they're. They might have just said since they got to continue going that they're just gonna run it that way. Yeah, it definitely looks like they're just going to.
I guess they're okay with it. So as long as they're okay with it, that's all that matters. Oh, PXM. Ooh. F1 Ben decided to take the outside lane. That puts Hatch Club to the inside. Let's see if this pays off for him.
Yeah, it's definitely something you don't see every day.
So here we go.
Normally you want that inside line.
Well, the way this track is designed in 1 and 2, you can kind of glide through the outside. And here we go, back to green. And Ben looks like he's going to get the... He's got the good jump. I'm currently on Eric Speed. Oh, look, he gets shoved way to the outside. And Sloth didn't get a very good restart either because he's now currently in battling with SM Sleepy. And it was like Chevy Boy checks up the track in the back of the pack. And just like that, PPS Lucky's got a lot of work to make up. And Eric Speed all over the track right now. And
Hash Club's got a good run on F1.
Twisted goes to the inside.
And can he hold it?
Oh, look at this. Andrew to the outside, but hits the wall. And they're side by side. Can Ben get the better run? Usually on the outside here you do. The way they're battling, it's just bringing Sleepy in. And
there must be a caution somewhere.
PXM Twisted with the 4th caution of the day. This would be Twisted's 2nd wreck. So Ben will get first. And he will take the outside lane again. And it looks like they're going to go green right here. It's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So here we go. And I'm not sure if Hatch Club jumped that start or not, but that, unless they gave it to Hatch, then that makes sense.
Hatch was in front of Ben, yeah.
And Ben getting way too far into the grass there. Andrew to the inside. And there's an accident. ACR Nyko. ACR Nyko and Chevy Boy getting together.
Are they going to call the caution or?
caution should be out.
Hash Club's still going. Yeah, everybody's still going.
It looks like Nyko just say keep going, probably it looks like, so we're staying green. 4 wide.
Oh, and I see Sleepy's trying to block Lucky.
That was a very, very late block. We'll see if Nyko can catch up as the race goes on. Right now, Sloth moving up to the 4th position. The battle for 2nd place right now between Eric Speed and F1 Ben. PPS Lucky also right behind Sloth, so we'll see if those two can get up to the front. Eric Speed getting a better run off of 4. Goes to the inside of F1 Ben.
Is that F1 or is that Andrew?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Andrew. And because of a little bump, Andrew gets to go to the inside of Eric. Ooh, and Eric trying to cut down too early right there. And Sloth now will move up to 3rd.
Lucky's looking, but didn't quite have the run for him. He's gonna tuck back under.
Ooh, and Slop nips the wall there for going into 1. And if you're just tuning in with us, this is week number 8 of the MEA NASCAR Cup Series. Right there, Lucky goes to the inside. Lucky, oh! They almost connected and they almost flew into 2. That was very, very lucky. Neither one of them clipped there.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of close racing this week.
Oh, it's like Eric Speed's got a big run off of 4.
Other side by side.
Can Eric pull it off though? Lucky has had a strong car, but just couldn't seem to get out. Ooh, they almost snip again.
Oof.
And look at that, Lucky's getting a nice run off of 4. Lucky holding on to the outside. And further in front of them, it looks like Sloth Reflex is finally gaining some ground on PXM Andrew, and he goes to the inside. He's looking. Andrew throws the inside block. Sloth goes to the outside.
Definitely has a run off of that.
Oh.
A little buffing.
They're going at it. The battle for 2nd is on. Sloth Reflex to the outside of PXM Andrew. Oh, it's so close. Oh. Yeah, I'm sure neither one of them wanted to do that. Now Lucky's just entered the picture.
Oh, and Eric Speed and Sleepy I see are getting together a little. See them in the background.
Sloth really working that car hard. It looks like Sloth figured out this a little bit later in the race. GPS Lucky, still the fastest car, setting a time on the track. Sloth doing some reeling in again. The way it looks right now, it looks like Sloth is probably the most consistent car on the track, and could be the fastest car, but we don't know just yet. We know he's reeling in Andrew. Can he reel in Hatched after he gets around Andrew? Andrew's been pretty tough to get around so far. Sloth is working on him. Look at this run. Look at this run going into 4. Just can't stick it.
Yeah, at this point you wonder if it's best just to push Andrew up until they catch up to Hatched a little closer. Then try to pull the move on him.
Well, it looked like Hatch distanced himself from Andrew, so if anything, Sloth's probably wanting to get around him so he can start reeling in that gap a little bit that's been lost.
Yeah, I think Hatch has the top speed right now at 205 on my map, but 206.
I don't think they hit 206 because PPS Lucky has 210 on mine.
Okay.
That's like the one thing that's
Gotta
broke
love
on the race
Forza.
map.
Yeah.
And Ben, who's currently in the 6th position. And we got a battle for the 9th position right now between Chevy Boy and ACR Nyko. Nyko looking to the inside of Chevy Boy. Nyko to the inside. Can he make it stick?
F1 Ben's in the pits.
Ben making another pit stop.
Yeah, at
in
1%.
this race. And look at this. Oh, we'll take over the 9th position. We move back up the pack again. And it looks like Lucky's starting to reel in Sloth. And it also looks like Hatch Club is starting to get a little closer to these guys. Look at this! Eric Speed to the back bumper of SM Sleepy. Now, these two got into it earlier. These two have been bumping and grinding and been in one wreck together already. Here they are battling again for the 4th position. Or, I'm sorry, the 5th position.
Yeah, neither one of these guys want to give at all. Yeah, I don't know if Hatch Club's just kind of lost a little pace the last couple laps, or Andrew and Sloth have gained. But there's definitely less of a gap between Hatched and Andrew at the moment.
Looks like SM Sleepy and Eric Speed are starting to distance one another, and I see what you're seeing right now. Hatch Club currently getting reeled in by PXM Andrew and Sloth Reflex.
Yeah, I think Andrew's getting close enough that, yep, he's definitely in Hatch Club's draft now. See it through turn 3.
And once again, if you're just tuning in, this is week number 8 of the MEA NASCAR Cup Series. I'm SSR Mayhem, and alongside me, SSR F&G, as we bring you tonight's B Lobby reaction. And after this, about an hour after this race, will be the A Lobby. As SSR Katie's dominant season continues, can she pull off another win this week? As she won last week late after passing SSR Bobbers with a couple laps to go to seal her win. She's had about 5 wins on the season. Yeah, I'd say 6 wins on the season, I'm sorry. And has been pretty much a dominant force all season long. Currently the points leader. Soft reflex with a new quick time. The fastest time on the track with a 48.558.
Yeah, he's still trying to work on Andrew, but Andrew's not letting him have that position, that's for sure.
And just want to throw a shout out there to a couple people down in the comment section on YouTube. Mr. One Chameleon, One Asia Leo, and Stephen Paris, all there, commenting down there below. Glad to have you guys join us. And as we reach through the halfway of this race, F&G, who do you got winning this race so far? It's been a pretty intense battle, and right now Hatch Club is starting to lose ground. Oh, Hatch Club goes to the inside. He gets checked up the track. This is the opportunity for PXM Andrew and Sloth to maybe get some ground on him. It looks like Hatch just barely hung on to it right there. That was a close one.
Yep. Yeah, it looked like he went and touched the curb a little bit, and it seems like if you barely tap that curb, you definitely feel it.
And right now we got a battle for the second position right now as these two reel in Hatch Club. We got Sloth Reflex right behind Andrew once again. These guys battling for the second position right now. And for you guys that are watching, let us know, who do you think is winning? We got our chat boxes down below. I see one person says they see Hatch Club winning this race. Very good choice of drivers right now. He's been leading most of this race since early on, but there's been a pretty big battle between him and Lucky early in the race. Now he's losing ground on his lead. I believe you're going to be seeing another set of pit stops here momentarily. They're about 30% fuel, so I haven't really been keeping calculations of what their percentages are per lap, F&G, but I'd say within the next 10 to 15 laps we're going to be seeing a pit stop.
Yeah, I definitely see they've I can't remember exactly when they last pitted, but yeah, they definitely get into the... Oh, is it? Oh, I see.
And the caution is out. Who could it be? And we know now this is going to be...
Twisted?
Chevy Boy. It looks... I'm not sure.
Yeah, Or
it's got to be Twisted
by Chevy Boy.
It might be Ben. I was assuming Twisted. I don't know.
Twisted, maybe.
They're already opening the pit road up. So Twisted will be the new race leader.
See how much yeah, I wonder if that's gonna pan out. Twisted's down to 30% in that, and it's only lap 42, so...
And ACR Nyko will stay out on the track as well. That'll put him up to the second position.
Both of those guys, they're 29-30. We'll see if it pans out or not.
Alright, so we're getting the field back together. Looks like Chevy Boy is not going to be with the field on the race start. He's got a lot of ground to make up if he wants to get to the starting line. And right now, two cars that remained on the track. They're both near the 30% mark. Would be Twisted and Nyko. Nyko had a really bad restart that last go-around of restarts, so we'll see what happens here with that. So here they go. They're getting ready.
Oh, and Chevy Boy's up here.
Chevy Boy made it back to the field.
He made it up
going
to
back
the
to
group.
Green Flag Racing here. And Twisted, your new race leader, as we go back, Green Flag Racing. And here they go. Looks like Twisted did get a good restart there. But it looks like he got it. Looks like Nyko may have backed off. Oh, Nyko gets shoved right back up on the track. Wow. And they're all like, look at this, Eric Speed into the wall. Caution is out. Wow. And just like that, Nyko gets sent back to the pack. Not sure. By rule, they go back to Green Flag immediately the next go around, but they might, I don't know if they might open the pits or not here. Nope, they're doubling up. Yep, they're getting ready to go back green. So this is probably should have taken the pit stop, but you know, nonetheless, they're gonna go back to Green Flag here. Now, this is where it gets a little bit dicey. Still on old tires, PXM Twisted, right alongside Hatch Club, second place driver. We got 32 laps to go in this race. It's anybody's race right now. Hatch Club's gonna need a really solid restart here. And they're green. Oh, and it's nose to nose, tail to tail. Hatch Club inching up to the front now. Look at this, Andrew's trying. Oh my gosh, F1 Ben and Andrew, 2 wide, 3 wide. This is not gonna end well. And wow. Because a couple
Twisted went up and got up with Lucky.
Well, if you watch the oh, Twisted sideways. He's holding on to the car. It's still good. Still, it should be. He saved it. It should be green. Well, if you watch in that restart, not Twisted, but F1 Ben and Andrew really aggressive on that restart. Made it 2-3 wide. That's what shoved Twisted up to the racetrack.
Ooh.
And Sloth not getting a good restart either. He's dropped back to the 6th. And we got another caution. F1 Ben and Sleepy. It just seems like they're getting too aggressive.
Yeah, that's for sure. They're getting a little antsy for this early in the race still. They got quite a few more laps to go. Still anyone's game at this point.
I think it's a driver's standpoint. This is just really annoying. I mean, there's 30 laps to go in this race. You really got to think about what you want to do early on. You ain't gonna win it if you're gonna be wrecking. 10 cars. I mean, you know, 5 cars short of A lobby, but I mean, you gotta think before you make these moves. This is overly aggressive styles right now.
Yeah, it's definitely looking more like A lobby at the moment, not B lobby.
We don't take
normally we don't have
shots
this
at any lobby here. No shots. Watch what you're saying there. Ain't no reason for that.
Yeah.
This is just natural of drivers that are hungry for a win, and I know before the race started, you know, F1 Ben and Andrew talked about how they really would like to win this race. Twisted would really like to win this race. I know Hatch Club would love to win the race as well. So you're seeing a lot more aggressive driving later in the race, but there's 30 laps to go. There's no reason to get going. Get yourself in a rhythm, give yourself some space, and try to make those moves as the race progresses. You know, I understand if it was 5-6 laps to go, but we aren't even down there yet. So here we go, Green Flag, Hatch Club, your race leader, as they go off at lap number 46. Sloth throwing a block on Lucky. Sloth actually got a really good restart here, and this is the opportunity. This is what we've been wanting to see all race long. Sloth reflex to see if he has the car to get to Hatch, but right now he's still working on Andrew and cannot seal the deal. And there's Chevy Boy to the inside of Sloth.
Oh, and Twisted's got a huge run on everyone out of turn 2. Picked up 2 spots on that. Looking at 3.
Twisted, one of the wheel drivers. And does his car fit? Barely fits right between the gap between Lucky and Eric's speed there.
A little Tetris going on.
They were definitely filling the gap. And it's SM Sleepy to the inside of Nyko will get that position as well as he takes over the 8th spot. So far,
oh no, Eric and Twisted got together.
And that would be Twisted's 3rd caution of the race that he's been involved in.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to recover with the wheel.
You just gotta watch for your place. If you watch where he was on the track, he put himself down low and just got up too high. Eric's speed didn't lift the car, so obviously with those two things colliding, ended up in detrimental chaos. But it looks like they're going straight back to green here. I wonder what Sloth's thinking right now. This is the 2nd or 3rd restart. He's been struggling to get around Andrew the whole race. Nyko's going to go to the pits.
Yep. Wonder if they're still deciding to go green. Kind of looks like it since they're doubled up.
Well, they made a few laps, and so it's going to be that. The rule is if you get a few laps in, you'll be able to go where the pit lane will open up.
Okay.
So Nyko will start in the back of the pack on this restart. I wonder if Nyko can make it the rest of the way on fuel. This is going to be really interesting now. I'm not positive. I think the cars can last 25 to 26 laps straight up green on fuel. I wonder if that is what maybe Nyko's thinking. Now, there's more than 24 to 25 laps. You might get to 30 laps on fuel with these cars, but it depends on how hard you're pushing that car throughout the race. So it's going to be interesting to watch and see if this pays off for Nyko.
Yeah, it's definitely getting to that point of the race where the pit strategies are definitely starting to show. Will it pay off in the end or not?
Alright, so they're coming off the floor now, side by side. We're going to see the restart here in just a moment. Can Andrew get a better restart? Honestly, Andrew has not had very good restarts here like he was last week. Last week he was on point. And here we go. Sloth did not get a good restart whatsoever on that. And Andrew trying to hold the outside line on Hatch Club. Chevy Boy goes to the inside. Taps. And goes way wide. Chevy Boy to the inside of Andrew. That brings Sloth to the inside of Andrew as well. But Andrew holding on really tight. He does a crossover on Chevy Boy to retake over second. And up the track, looks like F1 Ben and Eric Speed colliding. Butchering those words too. Oh, and just like that, Sloth, or not Sloth, Hatch Club hits the wall, and caution is out. It looks like Nyko and Twisted.
Yeah, Sleepy was able just to get by Sloth before the caution was called, so Sleepy will take up the 4th position while Sloth drops down to 5th. Let's see if these guys can get in their rhythm again and see if we can get some laps pounded out before get another caution.
And Twisted being sent to the tail end of the field. That's Twisted's 5th caution of the day. So after that restart, Sloth goes from 3rd to 5th. It looks like they're going to go single file restart here. Sleepy up to the 4th position. Chevy Boy in the 3rd position.
Oh no, we're doing pits
pit
are open
stops.
apparently
Yep.
this time.
Pits are open this time around. Chevy Boy, Sleepy, and Eric Speed will stay out onto the racetrack. So Hatch Club, Sloth,
Andrew,
Lucky, all into the pits. Nyko, Ben. So Nyko
that's very strange.
going into the pits as well.
I wonder if he just figured out, like, did his math and he needed that one more lap or something. Math might have been a little wrong for his fuel strategy. Yeah, that was about what, half the field went in pitted that time around.
Only 3 drivers stayed out, 7 drivers went in. If you're just tuning in, we're near the closing stages of the B Lobby race here at Indianapolis for Week 8 of the MEA NASCAR Cup Series. Once again, the chat box between YouTube and my Mixer account are both up, so if you want to comment down there and talk to us, ask any questions, please feel free to do so. Looking at those point standings, it's crazy to think SS Arcady has a 90-point gap on the 2nd place in the points. She has been nothing but rock solid all season long, FNG. But it looks like we're about to go green flag racing here, and Chevy Boy will lead the field here at lap number 52. And we're green. So single file restart has begun. Hatch Club and Andrew go to the inside, trying to get a run. They both mess each other up, and just like that, they're staying single file. And Chevy Boy gets checked up to the track. He did not. Oh, he hangs on to it. Sleepy looks around, goes to the inside. Nothing there. And now they're both connected. Hatch Club sticking his nose in. 4 wide. 5 cars just all over the place right now. And Andrew goes and takes the lead, but Hatch Club to the inside. And Hatch Club will take the lead. And this is a mess right now, FNG.
Yeah, it's getting wild, that's for sure. Definitely looking more like the last 5 laps of a race, not the
And Chevy Boy hits the
20
wall
laps to go.
and loses all sorts of momentum. And he gets in the way of Lucky and Nyko. What is he doing?
Yeah, that was pretty risky what he was doing. I wonder if he just didn't realize how close they were, or what was going on with that one.
Well, it's going to be really interesting because 7 drivers took a pit stop on this lap, or the last restart. I wonder if they can make it on fuel. It's going to be really, really close.
Yeah, you're looking 22 laps it was that they'll have to go.
Oh, I was just making an estimate though. I'm not positive where they're at. It looks like Eric Speed, though, is really working on Hatch Club right now. We're going to move up to that battle for the lead. Midnight Racing's one and only Eric Speed in the 69A car. Currently fresh Hatch Club with 20 laps to go as we enter lap number 55. You know what? We haven't seen PPS Lucky for quite some time in this race. He's been struggling since the early instant with, I believe he got an instant wreck with Eric Speed and just seems to never have recovered since then.
Yeah, he's had some issues on the restarts. He's been caught up in them. He just can't get his momentum back. I wonder if it's just a mental thing going on or what's going on with that. You know, sometimes you get out of your groove and then you just can't get it quite back to the way you were going before.
Well, it looks like Hatch just hit the wall, but it looked like Eric did too. But Eric really is putting pressure on Hatch Club. Hatch Club messed up and won. Look at that run! Look at that run! Oh, but he hits the wall. He had such a big run, and little mistakes like that is just costly. SM Sleepy, Andrew, and Sloth currently back there 3rd, 4th, and 5th. F1 Ben in 6th, Twisted 7th. Nyko Lucky 8th and 9th, and 10th would be Chevy Boy.
Yeah, there's definitely a big distance between 2nd and 3rd at the moment.
I'm not going to lie to you right now. I think Eric Speed legit shot to win this race. He's got a lot of good pace going on for him right now. He's not making too many critical mistakes, but just kept him in the running here with Hatch Club since the restart. The one thing,
hit the wall.
The one thing that, well, yeah, that, you know, the little mistakes are such a big guy. Oh, Andrew loses 2 positions. Not sure what happened to Andrew. He's dropped back all the way to 6th. Sleepy and Sloth back there in 3rd and 4th now. And those guys are actually creeping up on these 2. Andrew just defending off Ben right now. We'll go back there and check that out as Andrew's just trying to keep up. But look at that. 3 teammates. Andrew, Team Owner Twisted, and F1 Ben, 5, 6, and 7. These guys are battling right now. All Phoenix Motorsports drivers. Hatch Club. Oh, look at this! Ben to the inside! Look at take that position back! Ooh, Twisted taps the wall. Nyko right behind them. Driver for All Clean Racing, ACR. But look at this, Twisted back to the inside of Ben. And, well, I was trying to say a little bit ago.
Really looking.
Well, Nyko looking for the outside pass. Right behind him, PPS Lucky.
Well, Lucky's on the inside. He's got to run.
Lucky to the inside of Nyko. And he'll take over that position for the, I believe that's the 8th position right now. Eric Speed still all over Hatch Club. With 16 laps to go right now. The back of the pack's pretty much, you know, amping it up. It's been fun to watch, though.
Yeah, there has been a moment where we haven't had somewhat of a battle going on, or the starting of a battle, that's for sure.
And Lucky now working on number 78, F1 Ben of Phoenix Motorsports. Sloth Reflex looking like he's currently battling. And it looks like it's a 3-car battle actually between Sleepy, Sloth, and Andrew. Sloth's been pretty, oh! Sleepy made a mistake. Sloth to the inside, going to battle for that 3rd position. Andrew right behind him in 5th. Ooh, Sleepy trying to get a little bit of a closed door there, but can't do it. And here comes Sloth. So 15 laps to go. Can Sloth close in that gap? There's so many battles on the track right now. The battle for the lead. Eric Speed made a mistake, so he's lost a little ground. Sloth made a mistake as well.
Oh,
Sleepy goes to the outside. Mistakes are everywhere. Sloth down low. Andrew up high. Sloth has probably had enough of this. And he's, oh, look at this. They're just bumping and banging.
Robin's racing.
We're at that stage of the race now where it's just getting intense. Eric Speed got a little bit of ground on Hatch Club too. And it looks like the caution is out.
Sloth was looking for that third position, but couldn't quite get it before the caution. They were side by side going into the corner. But I see Sleepy was able to hold on to the third.
Ben. Not sure what Chevy Boy's problem is. He's also up into the wall. And 13 to go. We're gonna find out though who can make it on fuel and who can't.
It looks like F1 Ben went and pitted pretty recent because he's up at 97% fuel.
Let's see what Hatch Club's sitting on right now. He's on 60% fuel. He should make it the rest of the way. Most of these guys should make it the rest of the way. Eric Speed's cutting it. Eric Speed's really cutting it close. He's got about 38% fuel left.
I don't know if he's got enough to cut it. Him and Sleepy are both at 38 and 39.
It looks
Sloth's
like
looking at 62. That should be fine.
I'd say if you're near 60, you're probably solid. Whoa, whoa, whoa. F1 Ben. Not sure what he was doing there. Well, it looks like we're going back green, single file. For everyone that's watching, let us know, who do you got? Who's your pick? We got about 13 laps to go here, heading into lap number 63. So far, Hatch Club has dominated this race, but has had no real free spaces. Eric Speed, PPS Lucky, Sloth, Reflex, Andrew have been all over the back button, and we're back to green flag racing. And the back of the pack already stirring up. Eric Speed got a good run, though, on the restart. Look at the run, Eric Speed! He's got our name, Hatch Club! Hatch tried to throw a late block. Oh! Whoa! And you can tell Hatch Club wasn't happy about that. Hatch was not happy about the pass from Eric Speed and let him know it. Sleepy, currently your new race leader now. Sleepy to the front. In the number 42 machine, he's probably a dark horse in this race. We don't really expect him to be up front in this race, but here he is, leading at lap number 34, or I'm sorry, 34, 64. And Eric Speed, it's right now Sleepy, Eric Speed, Hatch Club goes to the inside, he's got a big run. Can't Sleepy hang on, there goes Andrew to the inside of Eric Speed. Hatch Club will retake the lead here, lap number 64.
Yeah, first and third definitely changed.
Look at that, 3 different lines from the top 3 drivers right now. It looks like Sleepy got a good run off of 4, but it doesn't look like Hatch lost anything from it.
Sleepy's looking, but
10 to go.
He wasn't quite close enough to do anything. Lost a little speed by doing it.
Eric Speed shuffled all the way back to 5th. And once again, Hatch Club's got company. It just seems like this entire race that Hatch has led, he's just never had really any breathing room.
Yeah, he's always kind of had that one person that's tagging him along.
And Sleepy got a good run off of 4. Look at that, Andrew throwing a block way down low. Eric Speed. Oh.
I wonder what happened there. Did we lose somebody?
Looks like Sloth might have got disconnected, and he did.
Yep.
So Sloth Reflex, the disconnection, will not be able to finish this race out here tonight. Not sure what happened in the back of the pack.
Yeah, I don't even know what position he was in when he got disconnected. Hopefully when he got disconnected his avatar didn't go in there, his car didn't cause any problems.
Green flag.
Sometimes in Forza. Eric Speed's got a good run out of turn 2. See if he can close that gap up a little bit more before he starts looking. Oh, Lucky's looking on the inside. Be able to hold it.
And they're just battling it out up front right now between the top 4. PPS Lucky, though, has now entered the picture. Look at this, PPS Lucky.
Yeah, he definitely had a good restart after the caution. He's up to the 3rd position now.
And not sure what happened right there. PPS Lucky getting on by. Looks like Sleepy just didn't get good off exit off of 4. So can Lucky track him
Sleepy
down?
went and tapped the... Yeah, Sleepy tapped the wall a little.
So right now, Hatch Club currently the race leader with 5 laps to go, but this is starting to get picked up here because last time around, PPS Lucky finished 2nd here at Indianapolis. Well, to me, actually. But right now, he's hunting down Hatch Club, and he's got a lot of speed. Number 46, PPS Lucky, looking the challenge for the race lead.
Yeah, Lucky definitely is showing that he's consistent. Hasn't been involved in too many of the incidents the last couple laps, but
Look at this.
he definitely is showing the pace.
Lucky to the outside of Hatch Club going into 1. He goes way too high. Lucky's going to need to make a big run here with 4 laps to go.
I'm sure Lucky doesn't want to finish second again here at Indianapolis, and he's going to make sure anything's possible right now up to this point. The only thing that Hatch has been pretty good on this season is the blocking. He's been good at blocking, but he's got to be careful. He's had a couple instances. He had a penalty back at Road America because of some of the aggressively driving, so he obviously doesn't want to see that again. Look at the run that PPS Lucky has, though. He's got a major run on Hatch Club. He goes to the outside. They're side by side going into 1.
Hatch Club doing everything he can to hold off PPS Lucky. Look at this, to the inside, PPS Lucky! Lucky to the inside of Hatch Club as they come off of 2! And Hatch tried to do the crossover, now he just sits in the back of the draft. 3 laps to go. And Lucky just starting to pull away from the pack.
I think this is the first time Lucky's been in the lead.
Lucky all day today has really been nowhere to be seen. But with 10 laps to go, he has fought his way back up to the front and taken over the lead at lap number 72. And he is pulling away from Hatched.
Yeah, he is definitely moving.
Last time we were here, we noticed the one thing Lucky struggled with, and that was passing in traffic, side-by-side battles. Tonight, he has withstand those battles, and all he has to do is run clean the rest of this race to get his win this season. I'm pretty sure he won back at Sonoma, I believe, as well. But this was probably the hot. And there's Chevy Boy on the bottom of the racetrack.
What's going on there?
Well, it doesn't matter. There's no cautions from here on out, and Lucky is starting to drive away from the pack. And here's a race map.
I wonder if him and Sleepy got together.
Sleepy and Eric Speed are both in the pits right now. The top 5, Hatch Club in second. Right behind him, F1 Ben, Andrew, and ACR Nyko, the current race leader. And the white flag is in the air. The final lap, here we go. All Lucky has to do is hang on, and he'll be a winner here at week number 8 in the B lobby. So here we go. Can Lucky hang on?
Yeah, at this moment, you almost want to play a little safe going around the corners. You don't have to do it full out. Because you got plenty of distance between him and Hatch.
Coming off the final turns, 3 and 4. PPS Lucky just needs to stay clean. And here he comes. Started near the front of the pack, struggled all race long. And here he is, winning with 3 laps to go. PPS Lucky wins at Indianapolis. Right behind him, Hatch Club ran strong all race long. Probably disappointed in the end of this race. F1 Ben 23 spins out at the line to finish 3rd. 4th place will be PXM Andrew, and rounding out the top 5, ACR Nyko. Right behind him, PXM Twisted to finish off in 6th. 7th, M&R Eric Speed as he comes off the final turn. And right behind him, SM Sleepy. And rounding out the top 10 would be Chevy Boy, who's sitting on the track, and Sloth Reflex. And just stay tuned. We'll have more to come as we pull in the drivers to have race interviews with these drivers.
I wonder what Chevy boy's up to. He's just sitting on a...
Well, this is an easy fix, I'm pretty sure, because I could just do that. Alright, and we'll get the drivers in here momentarily. Get Hatch Club, Lucky, all these guys.
F1 Ben, Andrew.
Get Andrew. Who else are we missing? Nyko. I'll look at the race sheet.
Don't forget to include your guys' audio when you get in here.
Lucky, Hatch Club, F1 Ben, Andrew, and Nyko. I think I have all of them. So once they get in here, we should be good to go. Nyko, Hatch Club, Lucky. We're missing F1 Ben and Andrew. We'll get Andrew and F1 Ben in here momentarily. Alright, well.
Don't forget to click here.
Right,
My audio.
Right, we just need Andrew. So I don't know.
I think Andrew's going off.
Alright.
He's moderately lost it.
That's okay. Anyways, we're just gonna get on with the show. Remember, guys, turn on your party audio on and watch what you say because you are live. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And the winner for tonight's race, PPS Lucky, with the late pass on Hatch Club to seal the deal. We're gonna start with ACR Nyko, the marshal for tonight's race and race driver. And ACR Nyko, it seemed like a lot of the race tonight was pretty much a patience game for you. You were pretty much at the back of the pack, got caught in a couple of accidents that you couldn't really get out of, but battled your way up to the rest of the field. And the finish fifth, it's got to be at least where you want to be, at least by the end of the race, the way things were going.
Yeah, it was just had a tough time. I'd like to thank you for putting this on, and should have had third, but I went a little too deep there in turn 4 and ended up fifth. Like I said, it was racing.
All right, well, I'm glad to have you, Nyko. Was there any part in the race that you thought maybe if you can get some momentum throughout the race, if you could have gone maybe caution-free a little bit longer, maybe you could have gotten to the front?
No, I had a chance to get up there, and I was just working my way through traffic. So, like I said, just got caught in a couple wrecks and just waited, and me and Lucky started there in the back, and everybody asked who was going to be the fastest, and I already knew Lucky would be.
Well, nonetheless, congratulations on a top 5 finisher tonight, Nyko, and a good job once again taking care of the show. We move up, and he's not here with us. PXM Andrew finishing 4th here tonight. Kind of a really rocky race, extremely aggressive driving, but was able to get himself up to the front and battle for a while. Just couldn't keep it up there, but finishes 4th place. So congratulations to PXM Andrew on a 4th place finish here tonight. And we'll move up the ladder to the PXM driver, F1 Ben 23, who finished 3rd here tonight. And F1 Ben, I got to ask you, started on the pole here tonight, and it just seemed like you couldn't get the momentum you needed to stay up front throughout the race. Any thoughts?
I screwed it myself, really. I boxed too early. In my own words, screw it. Decided to think I'd run in fresh air, try and jump somebody. That didn't work at all because the lap that they all pitted was when I pitted literally 2 laps later, there was a caution. So I couldn't take advantage of it. I think I actually got fastest lap in the end though, so I'm not complaining that much.
Well, we noticed you took an really early pit stop. I believe it was lap number 7 after a caution. You decided to go in. Was that strategy? Were you kind of like thinking maybe I can pull something off here on pit strategy, or did you decide to make the early pit stop, get maybe some better tires than everyone else?
My honest own words in the party were screw it. When I saw nobody else was coming in, I thought I may as well do something different. Otherwise, I'm gonna be stuck in the back all race. Turns out I was. I
seemed...
had a couple of also wrecks, which wasn't thing. I'd also just like to call out Mr. PXM Twister for being extremely over-aggressive during that race.
Well, nonetheless, Ben, I gotta say, it seemed like you had a lot of ups and downs throughout this race. We saw in the back of the pack, you Sloth and a few other guys were just really struggling to get to the front. Seemed like, you know, some guys were a little bit more relaxed in the driving, other people were really aggressive, and it really made it hard for some of the people, especially when the different styles of driving that were going on. Did you at any point in the race think, man, if I could just get in front of these guys, I could maybe make a run at it?
When I was battling Hatched, middle point of the race, I thought if everybody behind kept it clean, as long as I kept it clean racing him, I can just try and keep at the front. Obviously, that didn't turn out to be because I got involved. Because I dropped back after the caution. I lost on 3 occasions. I lost 4 places in a lap.
We saw that, and those are minor mistakes, just maybe tapping the wall here and there. We saw a few people do it here tonight, and those were really critical mistakes.
Yep.
Well, nonetheless, Ben, congratulations on fighting your way back into the top 5 to get 3rd place. It's gotta feel good for the way the race went for you.
It'll do.
All right, and moving up next, 2nd place led a lot of this race, had a lot of battles, but never seemed to really get a break from anybody. Hatch Club and the number 9 machine. And Hatch, gotta ask, is the start of the race, you fought your way up to the front, got into a couple battles. You pretty much were up front, but you were never alone. It seemed like there was never one point in the race where you could just run your race. It seemed like there's always somebody behind you pushing your buttons, letting you know, hey, I'm here. I'm going to challenge you. You're not going to run away. You responded well.
You're telling me.
You responded well most of the time. You made blocks. There's a moment in the race where Eric Sweet had a major run right underneath, just barely clipped on you, got loose. It seemed like you weren't too happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
He's
lucky
showed.
I saved it.
And we saw you give a little bit back to him, and it didn't mess up either one of you. But you had to battle through that, and then with 4 or 5 laps to go, Lucky with a late charge, who was pretty much nowhere to be found most of the race, got you right at the end.
Yeah, I saw him in my mirror. I was just thinking, oh crap, here he comes, because I knew he was like one of the few guys. Because earlier in the race when we were battling, he was able to get around me. He was one of the only guys who's really able to just straight up pass me the entire night. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's a bummer. I'm glad I was able to lead most of the laps. It does feel nice to have a good car, but too many mistakes on my part. And yep, move on to next week.
And tonight it seemed like it was a story of mistakes, with a lot more cautions than usual, especially with this B Lobby group. We've seen a lot of good action, but tonight was definitely something different that we haven't seen all season long. And it just seemed like everybody was making mistakes. It seemed like there was nobody really on the track that didn't make a mistake here tonight. It was just really tough racing, and I gotta take it back. When you saw Lucky get right up to you at lap 70, I think it was lap 72, and you saw him going right by you, what was your first initial thought?
Get him back. Get him back. That's why I kept on telling myself. But I just hit the wall trying too hard, and he just blew my door off. I couldn't do much about it.
Well, I gotta take a second here to let you know, Hatch Club. We obviously live streaming here. You had a couple of fans out here watching it tonight. So we'll figure we'd let you know that you had a couple of shout-outs and let you know that you had a fan base watching. It was really funny to watch and listen to them. There's quite a few people talking there tonight. So nonetheless, congratulations on a top 2 finish. Unfortunately, just after leading so many laps, I know that's got to be hard, but nonetheless, finishing second, not bad. So congratulations on your 2nd place finish here tonight.
Yep. Thank you.
And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, he got robbed the last time around here, and we don't want to say who did that to him, but nonetheless, PPS Lucky back in action here tonight at Indianapolis, fought all race long. And Lucky, I have to ask you, at the beginning of the race, you and Hatch were going at it. It seemed like it was going to be you and Hatch all race long. There was moments in the race that we saw drivers starting to catch up to both of you because of how much battling you guys had going on. But the real thing is you were lost throughout most of this race. And what I mean by lost is we didn't know where you were at. Hey, you were in the back of the pack, you got mid-pack, you got back of the pack, mid-pack. It seemed like you got into a little instance that you couldn't control, and then with 10 laps to go, you really kicked on the jets, and you just moved up through the field, and with about 4 or 5 laps ago, it seemed like you just pretty much told yourself, I'm winning this race. It's not happened to me twice. Let's go get it. Any thoughts on the race?
Yeah, there was a couple of restarts that I got pushed up into the wall and got sent into the back. And then there were a bunch of times that I absolutely, I tagged the wall myself. But I had some battles, I think, with absolutely everybody tonight. Yeah, Hatch and I were having a lot of fun. I didn't think I had a chance in the world of winning that race. But like the last 20 laps, I really put my head down. I don't think I hit the wall one time. And there was a couple of wrecks in front of me, so I kind of got lucky. And then I still didn't think I'd catch Hatched. And I saw him tap the wall, and I actually felt bad for him because he really had a great race.
Oh, gee,
and
thanks.
I felt bad picking it off of him, but I still did it.
Well, you know, in that moment, I got to ask you, Lucky, when you started catching up to Hatch there, did you feel like the momentum was shifting into your favor? It just seemed like as the race progressed, you had the strongest car at the end. You were pretty much running with no, with pace, and you had no worries in the world. You're making limited mistakes. It seemed like all day long people were making so many mistakes, and Hatch was just really at that point of the race just trying to hang on for dear life as soon as you got up right behind him. But did you pretty much know at that moment when you were gaining on that it was yours?
No, I really didn't think. I knew he had to make a mistake for me to get by him. I didn't expect it. I saw him hit the wall, and I was like, okay, that's mine.
Well, nonetheless, Lucky, congratulations. I believe this is your second win on the season. You won at Sonoma, and I believe this is your win here in the B lobby as well tonight. So congratulations on another win, Lucky. You've been very strong this season, and we're looking forward to the last couple of weeks to see if you can pull off another one down here or up in the A lobby, even though we know you don't want to go up in the A lobby. But that's beside the point. Congratulations, Lucky, on your win here tonight.
Yeah, no, I think that I think my pace was B lobby pace, and I just the last 15-20 laps I just didn't make any mistakes.
Well, congratulations once again, and I have to thank you, my partner, FNG96, who is back in action here tonight with the replays and whatnot, so everyone who's watching, you'll be able to rewatch the race right after the stream's over with. So thank you, FNG, as well as being a commentator tonight. It was a lot of fun. And he must have disappeared. So, nonetheless, thank you all for watching, whether YouTube or Mixer. The next race is, I believe, in an hour and a half. So the A lobby action coming to you live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time as SSR Katie will lead the field at Indianapolis. I'm SSR Mayhem, and from all of us up at the commentary booth, from the staff and from the drivers, we wish you all a good night and see you soon.